We could probably go on for a while, but we're time. A parting thought.
Oh, I guess I'm hoping that perhaps that you Catholic types stop being so apologetic for your virtues.
Amen.
You know, one of the things that the radicals are really good at is weaponizing guilt. And good people have a proclivity for guilt, you know, because if someone accuses you of something, especially if multiple people accuse you, and you're a well-socialized person, a conscientious person, you're going to tear yourself into pieces pretty hard trying to figure out if they've got a point. And that's fine, you know, fair enough. But it makes you vulnerable to another satanic synonym is the accuser.
Yes.
Right. This question is, well, how susceptible should you be to accusations? And that's a tough one because, like I said, if you're a good person, it's pretty easy to feel guilty. But the problem with that is your guilt can be weaponized. And that's definitely happening. So all of you people with your privilege. So, you know, I guess I'd part with that thought. I think part of the reason that there's an injunction, a religious injunction, to atone is to come to terms with your privilege so that it can't be weaponized. Maybe. It's more complicated than that, but it's a good start. It's like there are all sorts of advantages you have that other people don't have. And no doubt disadvantages as well, right, that are unique to you. But let's stick with the advantages. It's like, well, what makes you deserving of those advantages? And it can't really be historical happenstance. You happen to be born American, you know, which is relatively good fortune, because you can really not attribute that to you. You don't deserve that in any sense. So how do you justify it? And I think the answer is by leading an ethical life. Like, that's actually the answer. It's not like you should lead an ethical life. You should. That's not the issue. The issue is that's how you atone for your unearned privilege. And the advantage to that is your guilt can't be weaponized under those conditions, not by other people, which is very important at the moment, but also by you. It's like you think, well, I've got these advantages. Well, what am I doing about them? I'm doing the best I can with them, right? That's how I justify them, is I try to treat them as gifts and I try to make the most out of them in a way that's maximally beneficial for me and for everybody else simultaneously. I'm actually trying to do that. It's like, well, who could ask for more than that? And I think that's one weapon in the culture war. It's like, if you're living an ethical life, you know, if you're doing your best, well, maybe you can stop apologizing for your privilege. And maybe that would take one weapon away from the people who want to burn everything down, because they definitely want to burn everything down.